If one becomes angry, one will incur another debt on top of the old debt. Instead of canceling out the old debt, one will have even more problems. As it is said, if one owes money, one will repay with money. If one owes life, one will repay with life. Reprisal breeds reprisal. It is cyclical and never-ending. A person who is truly awakened will have a very calm and contented mind. When a favorable condition comes along, one will not feel happy, and when an adverse condition appears, one will not feel angry. One always maintains a pure and honorable mind. When the mind is pure, one will see clearly the causes and effects of a matter and will not become angry. One is jealous because one cannot bear to see others do well. A person receives something good because this person has cultivated a good cause. This is his or her reward. What is there to be jealous of? If we want good rewards, we only need to plant good causes. We should know to rejoice at others' meritorious deeds and help them accomplish them. When it comes to bad deeds, we should not help people commit them. One should not be gluttonous or stingy. In a narrow sense, gluttonous means being fussy about food. In a broader sense, it includes all material enjoyment. A stingy person is someone who is unwilling to give to others. From giving, the merits are tremendous. In our present life, we can end afflictions and eliminate karmic obstacles. In our cultivation, we can break through ignorance and see the true nature. This is why Bodhisattva's cultivation is the practice of giving. There are three types of giving: the giving of wealth, the giving of teachings, and the giving of fearlessness. The 6 paramitas are various forms of giving. Precept observation and patience are forms of the giving of fearlessness. For example, if we observe the precept of not stealing, people will not be on guard against us or fear us. This is the giving of fearlessness. If we practice patience, we will not mind when someone unintentionally says something offensive to us. Diligence, meditative concentration, and wisdom are forms of the giving of teachings. The 6 paramitas dictate all forms of practice. The boundless Dharma doors practiced by bodhisattvas do not fall outside the 6 paramitas, and the 6 paramitas are all subsumed under giving. From this we can see that the merit of giving is truly inconceivable. We just need to single-mindedly cultivate a pure mind, set the body and mind upright, and practice giving more often. We will receive inconceivable merit. Being gluttonous and stingy, residual habits from countless kalpas, are great obstacles to the practice of giving and must be overcome. One should live a thrifty life and maintain this simple life. Even when one becomes successful and has great wealth in the future, one should still live thriftily. This way one will truly have good fortune. For example, in Chinese history is the Prime Minister Fan Zhongyan of the Song dynasty. He came from a poor family. When he was a county-level scholar, he was so poor that every day he would divide the porridge that he cooked into 4 portions, eating a portion for each meal. Even when he became the Prime Minister, he still maintained a very simple life. He had a very high salary, which he spent on charity and the poor. During the time when he was the Prime Minister, he supported more than 300 households with his income. Therefore, He led a very hard and austere life. Great Master Yingguang greatly admired him and considered him a person worthy of respect and emulation, and in China, second only to Confucius. Nowadays, many old people set aside an amount of money for future medical bills. The Buddha said, all dharmas are created by the mind. If every day we think about getting old and falling sick, how can we not look old or get sick? If we change our way of thinking and give the money that has been set aside to help those who are poor and sick, we will not get sick. Why will we not fall sick? Because there is no money set aside for getting sick, for we no longer think and worry about it. When we learn Buddhism, we should learn wisdom like this. I do not get sick because I know the law of cause and effect. This is why I have donated my medical contingency money. I am truly at ease. One should not be stingy. Helping others is helping oneself. If one thinks about aging and sickness every day, one will truly bring harm to oneself. One should not have regret halfway. When we do a good deed, regretting it halfway through will result in our early efforts counting for nothing. For example, one learns and practices the Pure Land method, but after a period of time, one hears that there is another method that is better. Regretting one's previous choice, one starts to practice another method. This is wrong. No matter what others say, one should not have second thoughts. Just continue with the Pure Land method. Not have doubts means that we should absolutely not doubt the teachings of the sages or Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. This way we will be able to truly make focused and diligent progress. One should be filial. Filial piety is the absolute foundation of Buddhism. Frankly, only when one attains Buddhahood can filial piety be practiced to perfection. Only a Buddha can be perfectly filial. If we want to practice filial piety to perfection, we just need to single-mindedly chant the Buddha name and seek rebirth in the Western Pure Land. When we meet Amitabha Buddha, our filial piety will then be perfect. It is because once we are in the Pure Land, we will be able to recognize our parents and also all our parents from past lifetimes, and clearly know which paths they are in, so that when the conditions are mature, they will listen and accept our advice to mindfully chant the Buddha name when we urge them to. This way, we will have the ability to help them. We will be able to help our families, friends, and those who have an affinity with us from every one of our lifetimes, transcend the 6 paths, attain rebirth in the Western Pure Land, and attain Buddhahood. This is great filial piety. This is true filial piety. Presently, it is good if we can take good care of our parents, in particular their spiritual well-being when they are advancing in age. The most important of all is to urge them to mindfully chant the Buddha name. This is true filial piety. If our parents do not accept our advice, this is because we have not learned Buddhism well enough.